Oh, I'm so hungry. Finally, I get to eat. What the fuck?
Hey everybody, what is up? We're going to be covering the PT-76 here, aka Stalin's armored jet ski. So, post-World War II, there was a revivement of the light tank in the USSR. This tank had to be able to go out and scout many areas quickly. As such, an amphibious adaptability was absolutely essential to the design. It needed to be able to cross bodies of water or rivers with little preparation and without use of a bridge. And the most successful of the designs was the Object 740, designed by N. Sheshmorin, as well as the gun with help from Kotin. The tank was seen as being innovative with its water jet propulsion as well as having a simple design. The maneuverability on it was good overall, and it was good going cross-country. In 1950, a prototype was built, and on the 6th of August 1951, it was adopted and put into full production at the Stalingrad tractor factory. During the vehicle's lifespan, around 5,000 of these were made. It was a main reconnaissance vehicle of the USSR and many other Warsaw-pact countries, as well as many Third World countries today. And the Russian Navy has had an extensive history of combat, with a total of 23 wars having been involved in. The most important of this being the Vietnam War, where it was the tank of choice by the Viet Cong forces. Fun fact, this is the first vehicle ever to be hit by a tow missile. The main gun of this is a 76.2mm D56T cannon. It has a range of approximately 1,500 meters and a fire rate of 6 to around 8 rounds per minute. This would later be upgraded to the D56TM gun, but that doesn't really make much of a difference. They both have the same caliber. As it would not be until the PT-85 where it would get an actual upgrade to a D58 85mm tank gun, as well as a PT-90, which was basically the same thing with a D62 gun, which was 90mm. These are both better well known as the Object 906. And speaking of oddities, we're going to talk about the Chinese variant, which is known as the Type 60. However, they didn't really stick with this plan. They decided to make sort of their own thing, because that's what we know the Chinese are good at doing. The Type 63, which used a slightly egg-shaped turret that has an 85mm gun, and it sort of looks disgusting, sort of looks pretty cool. At the same time, I don't really know about this. And coming back to the regular PT-76, it was actually the basis for the BTR-50P, which would stand to be the basis for the entire BTR series. It was taking many different things from the PT-76 and implementing it into a regular APC. And speaking of the regular PT-76, the US actually procured some of these back in the 1960s, and nobody really knows how, but they showed up and they used them for OPFOR training, which was pretty cool, I guess. They deemed it extremely inefficient and decided not to use it ever, besides for training against fake rebels. And for this next part, we're going to go over my favorite stuff, which is all of the different variants of this tank. Now, I'm going to break this down into 3 different components: the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's start with the good. The good is the PT-76E, which is the most recent modernization program. Instead of using the 76.2mm cannon, what it uses is a 57mm autocannon, which is a modification of an anti-aircraft gun, which has increased the PT-76's performance by 2.7 times, taking the BMP-1 transmission, as well as a new engine, new sights, and new tracks. The bad is the Tapir amphibious incendiary rocket launcher tank. At least one PT-76 was modified, however there's no photos of this at all. So I'd imagine just a breed between a BTR-50K with a fucking, I don't know, BM-14. Now, this is the North Korean Type 82. It's the ugly. The ugly is it just doesn't look good. I mean, compared to the regular, this is just a revisionist, you know what I'm saying? It's a revisionist PT-76 instead of being a standard PT-76 that everybody can love and enjoy. Anyway, if you guys like that video, make sure to leave a subscribe. I mean, I don't know, it's like 3 in the morning. I always stay up to 3 in the morning to do these. That's how I get my inspiration. I don't know. It's just always something. See you later.